You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
even thinking that we will realize. And if we criticize, we could be ostracized. We don't know who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from before. Please send us another Moses again. Oh, we just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. Time to make them oppress us stay. So the children could see their way. Make them get on their knees and pray. Then I'll be up to judgment day. Oh, just can't make it this way. Please deliver us today. Be like the Israelites did it then. Please send us another Moses again. Lord, we just can't make it this way. Yes, deliver us today. Oh, we just can't go on this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Please listen to what I say. Yes, hurry up with judgment day. We just can't make it this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Must we get old and gray? And the children can't see their way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. We like the Israelites did it then. Please send us another Jesus again. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Lord, we just can't go this way. Lord, we just can't make it this way. No, 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 we just can't go this way.
Do not categorize the blessing by colors. It is not the colors you need to watch. It is the character. Watch out for the character. I'm going to tell you that there are three basic types of people that you will interact with if you are a child of destiny. Can I share this with you? The first group are confidants. Confidants. You will have very few of them. Confidants are those people in your life who love you unconditionally. They are into you. Whether you're up or down, right or wrong, they are into you. They are in for the long haul. If you get in trouble, they get in trouble with you. They'll come see you in the jailhouse. They'll come get you out of the crack house. They're confidants. You can open up and share anything with them. You'll never inherit your kingdom until you find your confidant. You can't be David till you find your Jonathan. Having a good confidant is the key that unlocks the kingdom, because you were raised outside the gate and God's going to cause you to reach over the wall. You got to have a confidant behind the wall who can mentor you for what God is going to do next in your life. The problem with most people is that everybody they run around with is under them. And so you are forever feeding people who can't feed you. And after years of feeding them, they begin to drain you. You've got to have somebody who can feed you so you can feed somebody else. Oh, y'all don't hear what I'm saying. Am I talking to anybody in here? You need the confidant then. The confidant is those few people that come along in your life that are for you. They are with you. They are intimately intertwined in your life. They are there to make sure that you reach your destiny. They will confront you. They will get in your face. They will get in your business. They will tell you when you're wrong because they are confidants. If you have 2 or 3 of them in a lifetime, you are a blessed person. Without them, you'll never be who God called you to be. You need to find your confidant. Number 2, the other group are your constituents. They are not into you. They are into what you are for. They are for what you are for. They are your constituents. And as long as you are for what they are for, they will walk with you and work with you and labor with you, but never think that they are for you. They are for what you are for. And you have to know that, because if they meet somebody else that will further their agenda, they will leave you and hook up with them, because they were never for you. They were just for what you were for. They are your constituents. And throughout your life, if you're not careful, particularly if you're broken, you will mistake your constituents for your confidants. And you will think that they are for you when they are really not for you. They are just for what you are for. And by the time you get to falling in love with them, they will break your heart as they hook up with somebody else who is for what you are for, because it was never about you anyway. It was about the causes that you represent. They are for what you are for, but they are not for you. They are your constituents. Can I go deeper with this? The third group are your comrades. These people are not for you, nor are they for what you are for. It is just that they are against what you are against. And the comrades will make strange bedfellows. This will cause people to come together who are not for you, and they are not for what you are for, but they are against what you are against. And they will team up with you to help fight a greater enemy. But don't be confused by their associations. They will only be with you until the victory is accomplished. These people are like scaffolding. They come into your life to fulfill a purpose. And when the purpose is complete, the scaffolding is removed. But don't be upset when they are removed, because the building always remains when the scaffolding is removed. What I'm saying to you, my brothers and sisters, expect the constituents and the comrades to leave you and desert you after a while. Don't be upset when they don't react to your dream the way you expected them to, because they were never really with you in the first place. Be careful then who you tell your dream to, because if you tell your dream to your constituents, they will desert you and try to fulfill the dream without you. If you tell it to your comrades, they won't support it, because they never were for what you were for anyway. If you find a few people in your entire life with whom you can share your dream with, you are a blessed somebody. I can tell you how to identify people who are really for you. If they are really for you, they will weep with you when you weep, and they will rejoice when you rejoice. When you walk in a room and you tell somebody good news, stop being happy for a minute and watch their reaction. If they're not happy for you, shut your mouth and walk back out of the door. Oh, y'all don't hear what I'm saying to you. Oh yeah, because when they are really connected to you, they will be happy for you when you share your dream. Find somebody, look them in the eye and say, are you happy for me? If you don't get the right reaction, don't tell them anything else. You need somebody who's really going to be happy for you. I don't want just anybody praying for me. I don't want none of them haters praying for me, because you know you hate me and you don't want me to succeed. I want somebody praying for me who really wants me to be blessed, who wants me to be an overcomer, so you can put up your oil and stop speaking in tongues, because you know you never did speak to me anyway, and ain't no need in you coming up here in this hospital like you gonna pray some cancer up off of me. I'd rather have somebody who really loves me lay across the bed and rebuke the devil. And God is so faithful, he'll always give you somebody.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. It's so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my neck from human attack. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken, The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all of WZYE 95.9 FM listeners, of course, ladies and gentlemen. It's in the village with yours truly, Professor Wall Street, Uncle Tommy and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And this is how we start the thing.
It have our place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, do come with me. We do have dad on WZYE, Santa Meditate.
Yeah, and of course, that is our resident, the love doctor, the man they call Rennie Muhammad. Yeah, he haven't been with us for a little while, but you know, we are loyal, we loyal. And you know what we always say here, folks? Doesn't matter what color t-shirt you have on. You have on a pink t-shirt, a burgundy t-shirt, an orange t-shirt. Each and every one is welcome in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. Doesn't matter what planet you're from. They're from Mazatanius, Xenoranius, Sonoranius. Each and every one is welcome in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we always say, when you come into the village, we originate, we don't imitate. We're the only radio program on the planet with an oath/pledge to the people that we will bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Ansam LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our pledge slash ode to you, the people who listen to In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street. Let me bring in my partner, the man himself, the one and only, the man from somewhere in the country. Let's call them people country bookie. I know why they just call them that, but I will ask him, the man himself, also known as Marshall Nesbitt. Some people say Tommy, but here in the village, we call him Uncle Tommy. Tommy, welcome.
Good afternoon, good evening. It's evening already. How are you today?
Yeah, today's a tremendous day. I can't complain at all.
Very good, very good. Always a pleasure to be here with you, my friend.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to be in the village. Of course, of course, of course. And of course, Tommy, we are Trinis to the bone, right? Like we could say that, right?
That's what we say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We could say we Trinis to the bone. And we love our country very dearly. And that's why we continue to do what we do here
That's
on
right.
WZYE 95.9 FM. But for some reason, Tommy, why you think people don't like to hear the truth? Why you think?
I don't know. They've always, I mean, there are songs made about it. Remember, Marley said the truth is an offense, and he who laugh lastest, he who laugh best.
Hmm. But yeah, for some reason, we seem to rather believe in misleading information because who it comes from. If somebody tell you the truth, sometimes you don't want to hear that truth,
So true.
because you believe that truth is not the truth you want to hear.
It's true, and it don't matter where you are. It's the same thing. Because think about Trump and Biden and the last election and the narrative that it was stolen and it was, all these non-truths that seem to take so much root and create so much chaos.
And many people believe that the election was stolen.
Yeah,
Millions.
yeah. I mean, look at the insurrection that was caused on January 6th.
Yep. I mean, are they supposed to have a debate today?
Yes, this evening, Biden and Trump having their first debate.
Now, here is the question, right? We have a democracy in this country,
Yep.
and we can say that. You know what? Before I do that, let me go to the chat, and we come back to that. Just remind me about. I want to talk about the democracy. Hey Tommy, look, as I said it, look who back with us, Rennie Mohammed, boy, Doctor Love,
Hey,
boy,
Dr. Love, welcome back to the village.
you love Doctor, boy, Doctor Love, where you been? Good night, brothers and sisters. Love in the house. Great love is all I bring, but yeah,
Yeah, we missed you. We missed you. We're glad that you're home.
yeah.
Welcome back home. Welcome back home. We're gonna
Oh,
have a big feast. We're gonna kill the fattest cow.
I come back home for the carnival. Somebody sing that song, right? Remember that?
Right, right.
Who sing that? I remember that.
Who sing that again, boy?
Yeah, I remember who sing that, boy.
Oh, Ronnie McIntosh.
Oh yeah, yeah. Correct is right. Correct is right. Yes, correct is right. Yeah, yeah. You know, Ronnie sing some songs go last till eternity.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He has some songs that
Hmm.
will work any party anytime. And
Anytime.
but there's All Aboard is one that will last forever.
Mm.
and the other one is Dollar Wine.
Wait, he sing Dollar Wine? Nah, man.
Colin Lucas sing Dollar Wine,
Colin Lucas. Oh yeah, Colin Lucas sing Dollar Wine. Yeah.
and
Oh,
Tony Prescott sing All Aboard.
yeah. I remember the one. I know on had a big one. I forget the name of that big one, but
Who's that you talking about?
Ronnie McIntosh. Yeah.
He had many big ones.
Yeah, but he had a big one. What is that big one again, boy? It go come to me. It go come to me.
Remember he
Yeah.
did the donkey dance too.
Yeah, War Donkey. Yeah.
He had many big ones.
And I think um singing Sandra and them with the three sisters had answer him. Either one answer the other.
Yeah. He sang it and they sang it too. They had their donkey. He had his donkey.
Right.
Um, but I'm trying to remember what's his one of his biggest songs.
Mm.
Um, when it comes to mine, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Yeah, KFC, welcome. KFC.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Washington. Good night, Uncle Tommy. I check in on this Nocturne number one program with the territory.
Yeah, man.
They went to rock, ready market as that legend. You know that first one to Wall Street?
Where's the big group? Tell me.
Carnival Escala.
Carnival is
Pass,
mass.
but
Yeah.
only the Savannah. You can't see a Steve Band pass. And then pass
Correct.
ready market and Super Blues and Marshall we played on. That was
Yeah.
Carnival. Carnival
Oh
was nice.
yeah.
Song.
Yep. Correct is right, man.
Yeah.
Carnival was beautiful in those days, man.
But no, when they retrieve down, the people can't make money again in town again.
No. Carnival is not for
You
people to
wait
make
for
money.
hours and then see a band pass.
Yeah. Carnival is only for them
But
banning them to make money.
man, that's inside.
Yeah, man. Love. Yeah. Carnival is only for them banning them to make money, you know.
Yeah, or for the all inclusive.
Yeah. You can't make no money selling nothing in Trinidad and Tobago again. You want a gateway? Eh? You go for Carnival to sell things, you might as well give it gateway. You understand? That is where Carnival going, you know. You think Carnival going to the dogs, Tommy?
I wouldn't say going to the dogs, but I had to say it went in a direction that wasn't user friendly to the indigenous carnival crowd.
You know, I just said, Tommy, could Carnival be considered legal pornography?
Somewhat.
You feel so?
Yeah.
Yes, somewhat. It gone in a kind of side thing. But Tommy, also, you know, times has changed too, you know. You understand? Because cell phone change, we home phone change, right?
True.
Before you could not get. Oh yeah. Mr. Florida just sent me a thing. He said too much biting and sex. Yeah.
Yeah. He had many hits. He had many hits.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
that was a good one. Too much biting and sex. Yeah, I like that one. But he had plenty hits. Plenty.
Yeah, every carnival he had hits.
Every carnival.
When he was relevant, he was hot.
But Tommy, you know they have a big mass band now, you know.
Oh yeah, Ronnie and Caro.
Big, you know.
Plus he does like consultation work for other bands, even for Tobago Carnival, you know.
Yeah, boy. He leave. He gave up the singing, and I think it have more money in carnival than singing.
Yeah.
So
And less stress probably on his body or running all over the world,
yeah,
waking up in strange beds and all of that.
correct is right. Yeah. Bijram says, "Good day, Uncle Tommy on Wall Street. All listeners locked on. Today menu: sada roti and fried dry. What boy? What is that, Tommy? Fried dry something and then with an I.
Fried dry.
What is that?
That's them small fish that they just fry dry.
I mean, it's fried dry with no oil.
No, you fried with oil, but it's like The fish small like sardine, but it's not necessarily sardine. Is I forget the name of the fish.
Where does catch them in the canal?
No, you just catch them in the sea, man.
Okay. Okay. All right.
You never had fried dry?
But you see, when I ask the question, Tommy, you know, you already don't understand, you know. I don't think you all really understand what it is to grow up in Chumaka, Clavantel, you know. Or they don't understand, you know. I don't,
Yeah, but
you know, I really don't think you guys understand.
you know, but I'm sure you had fried fish before.
I never had no fried dry.
Them long time when the fish vendor used to come, he used to have a whole bunch of little fish that he used to sell you, you know, scoop up a bunch of little fish. Them is the fried dry. It's
Now,
like sardines. It's like little sardines. Maybe it's sardine. I don't know.
Maybe it's sardine. If you tell me about sardine, I know about sardine. I know not no fried dry.
But you know about sardine, fresh sardines from
Yeah,
the sea.
in the can.
No, you don't know it from the
No,
catch from the net.
no, none of that. Sardine from the can. I know about no sardine from the sea. Eh? I don't know no sardine from the
I don't
sea.
know if those are sardines or is another species, but I remember fried dry used to when the fish vendor come around up in Chumakaki, isn't that fish vendor coming around on bicycle on a bike with fish in a tray?
I'm trying to remember, boy.
Blowing a horn, poop, poop, one of them squeeze.
Yeah.
Horn.
Every once in a while, a fella used to come around and he blowing a horn, poop, 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 and you know that the fish man.
Right.
Fresh fish.
Yeah, the fisherman used to have fried dry sometimes.
No, well, we never get no fried dry out, baby. Yeah, Mr. Florida, welcome.
Good night, Mr. Anson. Good night, Mr. Tommy.
You ever
Say
had
good night,
fried dry?
everybody.
You ever had fried dry?
Yeah, what you mean? I love that.
Okay.
That's the best thing,
Yeah,
Mr.
that used to be. Hold on. Hold on.
Good night, everybody. In the chat, everybody who watching. Say good night to COPs. Good night to KFC. Good night to Kingsley. And so Mr. Tommy, Mr. Ansem don't know about fried dry and thing because but tell you, Mr. Ansem say he was very poor. When he say he wasn't, he was so poor he just named poor.
Drop the OR.
He didn't have the
pull.
OR.
Yeah, just pull.
So Mr. Ansem was so poor. He used to use the oil from the sardine to cook with after. They can't waste that. When you open the sardine, you start to throw the oil to save the oil to cook on it. Yeah, so but Mr. Ansem, fried dry is real nice. Is like a small sardine. You fry down. You know, you split it in the middle, take out the bone, take out the little the mess inside, and you fry that. Eat that with hops bread. Best thing. Look on listening.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, I never had that. Sorry, I never had that.
Yeah, that was common in Trinidad and Sloan.
Oh, you know, can I please say to you again? Common is not common in Chumaka, Clavantel.
All right, sir. All right.
Common up there. You want to talk about common? Maybe the fellow with the fish guy he come maybe once a month.
Wow.
He come maybe once a month because he don't understand already. But if I go up there, I go come back with most of my fish. Why I going out there for organ and sell up there? You understand? But maybe he might come if you have a holiday coming. When do they cook fish on holiday? Easter? Is Easter?
Well, in Lent, fish to sell or people. There's only
Right. That is the time when he might come. He go come wrong when it's time he feel is a celebration and people will go buy fish. He just come. You understand? Because what we used to do, I used to go down to the Eastern Market on the highway. You know the market down there? And
yeah,
we used to buy fish. But only two type of fish we could afford was carrot and cavalli.
Yeah, but the fried dry used to be dirt cheap, man.
told me maybe they need to sell it up by we, boy. What's wrong with you? I tell you, it was the cheap. I never hear about that. Never, never. Bijam say he's selling the oil refinery. Are you interested? Rennie Mohammed says sending out splendiferous, tremendous, fantabulous love to all the ladies. I did love doctor himself, you know.
The doctor is back.
The doctor is back, boy. Respect to the panel, Mr. Walls, Mr. Tommy, and whoever you are, Lady Diana. Wherever you are, excuse me, Lady Diana. God.
Yes.
And come back with a bang, boy, Tommy, like he never leave. Eh?
Yes,
Come,
indeed.
he come back better than ever before, boy.
Hey, that's the love doctor, man.
As you love, Doctor. It's been a while. Dr. Love has been busy. But in my heart and mind, my people are with me. Love one, love all. United we stand, divided we fall. Yeah, boy.
Yes.
Yeah. Joan, welcome. Good night to you. Highly, boy. Highly in early tonight too, boy. Ian, welcome, boy. Evening, guys. Ian said because they get offended. What they get offended for? Oh. Tommy, we supposed to talk about the Mark. You see, boy. We supposed to finish that.
The muck we see.
Yeah. Ronnie sang entire. How it go look? Yeah. How it go
Yeah.
look? How it
Yeah.
go look? Yeah, I remember that one. And Ent?
And
yeah.
Hannibal Scholar.
Yeah, KFC. Ent?
Yeah, good night, Washi, good night, Uncle Tommy. Must congratulate the brother who will more than enough and respect to that, Uncle Lester. Washi, I want to wish all these students and them all the best for the first choice, the most essay results.
Yeah.
And I hear the Prime Minister, I hear the Minister, education said a slight decline in the education system right now. And the president come out and say that that statement she used there. She like what she go with that statement.
You mean more people go fail?
Teachers have like the feeling some kind of background thing.
Oh
I interpret
God.
them and see and teach you tonight.
Oh God. More
I wish
people
all the
failing?
students them all the best for the first choice and
Yeah, man.
yeah, love.
Yeah, bless.
Yeah, man.
Ent? Yeah, Ent? KFC Ent?
Ent is live.
Yeah, Ent? Yeah. Carnival had died years because the 1% took it west away from the people. You know, I don't understand how the National Carnival Committee could allow an organization to take Carnival from the Savannah and carry it down to Eddie Crawford Stadium. I don't understand them kind of thing, man. Anyhow. And the stadium is a taxpayers own that stadium, you know. Oh God. Pan in danger. Yeah. Ian said he used that for fish for bait.
Yeah, but another Ronnie McIntosh classic come to mind just now. I come back home for the festival.
Yeah. Correct is right. I come back home for the festival. I come back home for the carnival. Yeah, them is classic, you know.
Yeah, Ronnie will go down in history as having a plethora of hits, you know.
Yeah, man. Tons and tons of hits. Right? Enjoy welcome. Caribbean also they ban fried dry. You just get sardines now as fried dry.
Wow,
they banned that. What they banned it for? Caribbean soul, boy.
nice.
Darren says, Wall Street, did you see Keith Rowley's response when the media asked him about the Indian businessman? Yeah, we go play that too. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. Edison Prince say herring, and when you're cooking it, you're frying it dry. So they call it fry dry. But that's what I asked. You say you're frying it dry, you mean you're frying it with no oil. Right, Tommy?
Yeah, no. You frying it with oil, but you frying it dry. Meaning, you know if you are a cook, you know what frying dry is.
What that means? What frying dry means?
When you fry it dry, it has to be crispy.
But How yes?
And it's herring, not sardine. It's herring, not sardine.
How
remember
how are you frying it dry? I don't understand that. You ain't wetting it.
You're frying it in oil, but you're frying it deep fry, so everything crispy. The whole fish is crispy. You could literally eat bones and all because it fries so crispy.
You mean you're putting flour in the oil?
You will flour the fish,
right? And then you
but
put it.
but when you put it in the oil to fry, it frying dry, really crispy.
I don't. Let me take these two voice notes here. Hold on.
Good night, Mr. Washington and Uncle Tommy. Mr. Washington, when them fish van and them pass and they used to say, fish and shrimps. Check it out. We are big shrimps, mixed fish, big curry. Good night, Mr. Washington and Uncle Tommy again. Yeah, Mr. Washington did ban fried right because what had happening, the fishermen and them was catching out all the babies and stuff, so it was kind of going like extinct now. Yeah, so they pour a ban on fried right and I had them catching the sardines and now.
See, me know nothing about. I know about the sardine. I know about I sardine.
The fried dry is herring.
Herring. Like smoked herring.
Yeah, but baby herring.
Oh, a baby herring.
The baby herring is the swam in schools.
Oh, okay. All right. Nah, but we up in Chumakak, where I never hear about fried dry. Albert Montano, welcome. Albert say good afternoon, good evening, Ansem and Tommy.
How you doing, Albert?
Albert say, do you mean the mockery with the P&M smart man?
Yeah. Albert, you know better than we because you are the game longer than we are.
Yeah. Albert has experience with. Albert could sell people experience, Albert could start a business selling experience in Trinidad and Tobago.
Albert should actually start writing some publications.
Yeah.
Trinidad because he has so much knowledge.
Yeah, we gotta ask him, yeah, man. He had to start doing a blog, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Albert Montano said the leader of the tribes paid the city of Port of Spain $1 million for Carnival Tuesday. Wait, 1 million, boy, Tommy, boy? You know, Tommy, we had this discussion here, and I have said that every person has a price. You kind of did disagree with me. I don't remember. You did kind of disagree with me that everybody had a price. I want to recall. No, let me take that back. Let me ask you again. Do you torm in or you torm out on everybody has a price?
I want to believe, and I've believed that for a long time, that everybody has a price.
Okay.
Whether it's cash or some other commodity. Everybody has a price.
Everybody has a price.
Whether it's favor.
So I'm asking the question today. Does everyone have a price?
Whether it's cash or kind.
Yeah, whether it's cash or kind. Let's take this next voice now.
Mr. Anselm, good night again to you and Mr. Tommy.
Good evening.
The carnival, the 5 days that sell the most.
Hold on, let me try that again.
Mr. Anselm, good night again to you and Mr. Tommy. What's the thing for carnival? The 5 days that sell the most.
That's a good question.
What do you say, 5 B's?
No, which sell the most on the 5 days of carnival? Which sell the most? Which thing sells the most? Hold on.
Mr. Anselm, good night again to you and Mr. Tommy. What's the thing for carnival? The 5 days that sell the most.
Which thing for the 5 days that sells the most?
I used to think beers.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that too, beer. But I think that's too much of a simple answer. I think, yeah. So, folks, what sells the most for the 5 days of Carnival? Let me see what KFC
Good night, Mr. Washi. Good night, Uncle Tommy. The five things that sell the most at Carnival, corn soup is number one.
He said corn soup is number one.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what he said.
Correct, Mr. Anselm. Rum and beers. So that is why the 1% could take over Carnival.
Okay. But Tommy, I'm wondering if that is true when you yeah. Because all the all inclusive had to buy rum and beer, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Beer is the number one seller.
Yeah. That makes some sense. That makes some sense. Yeah. The leader of Tri P, the city of Port, has spent $1 million. Okay. Yeah, Bijam.
Yeah, good night. Very good, all right?
Yeah, Bijam,
You say what sell the most?
Yeah.
Many.
Oh God. Bijam. Bijam, put on that glass, eh? Oh God. Ian says you have to use oil. You fry dry like KFC on Royal Castle Wall Street. You know what? I then that's not a good statement and fry dry.
No, the thing is that you have to understand the concept. You're frying what you're frying it. You're frying it dry, meaning it fried dry is another word for saying frying it crispy. Frying it.
Okay. All right. I get that. I understand that full 100. If you're frying it crispy, I could understand. But frying it dry, I mean, what's the meaning of dry? Dry is dry, right? Because if you put it in oil, right, it has to get wet. You can't put it in oil and it didn't get wet.
I understand what you're saying, but in Trinidad we have different ways of describing certain things.
Okay. Or you go put it in oil and it go get dry.
You see,
I understand that.
you have me scratching my head here now, busting
Yeah.
my brains on an explanation for you. But instead of crisp, we used to say dry, which meant crispy.
Okay. All right. Okay. If you tell me crispy, then I understand. And crispy doesn't mean necessarily mean dry. Crispy just means it's kind of crunchy.
That's how it was. That's how the fish used to be.
Right. I get that. I could get that. Yeah, Mr. Florida. Welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Anselm, Mr. Tommy again. So the reason why they call it fried dry, right? If you fry the fish, all right, let me say you put on fry fish, right?
Yeah.
And you put the fish for 5 minutes and you fry it. It will still be a little moist. But if you leave it for 6 minutes, 7 minutes, it will take all that moisture, it will fry dry. It will be crisp, it will be hard. That's why they call it fried dry. You'll fry it for a little bit longer than regular fish. So it don't be moist.
Okay. All right. You mean
Look on and listen, Mr. Tommy. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
All right.
All right.
You mean crispy? Tommy, plus free costumes for key people. BC, it have plenty fine bones. You fry it brown and dry. So wait now. They have dry fry bake too. Dry bake. They should have dry bake too.
No.
Yeah, but listen, it's the same thing. Dry bake. They should have, if that dry fry, right? Or
You,
fried dry. They
you
should
don't
have
fry you don't fry bake to the point where you want the inside to be crispy. You
the outside.
Right, the outside crispy, but the inside you want to be soft and succulent. And but you wanted to cook, of course.
No.
But with the fried dry fish now, you want the entire sardine or herring, whatever they call for fried dry.
Mm.
You want the entire fish to be crispy. You want it to.
Okay. No, I'm laughing at that comment that somebody said. So, Margaret, welcome. Margaret, get a comment. Yeah, Bisham. Yeah, Bisham, welcome.
You ever eat pig talcari and popoy talcari?
No. No.
Ask your partner.
Of course, I've eaten popoy curry.
No, I never get it. I never
Yeah,
get that.
and bun coconut called coconut chutney.
Bun coconut? Nah,
And coconut chutney to like dala rice and coconut chutney, roast coconut.
No, we couldn't afford to bun no coconut in Trimaka.
The roast it.
You roasted the coconut.
Nah, we never roast no coconut.
Yes.
Nah, we don't roast no coconut.
But that's country thing.
You were given on top of the hill, you were living in Lavendale. Quite out in the sea.
No, I was living up the hill, man. We up the Trimaka is on a hill.
No, because you look how much things you're missing out there. Look how many things you're missing out. You picked talcari.
Nah, we picked
green papai talcari.
I know about Popoy. Yeah, I know about Popoy, but
yeah, all them things, man. I never take you here.
No, at times used to take we every day.
Right.
Yeah.
Later, yeah.
But I mean, I think that country life different to city life, you know.
But you know, little do you all know, eh? Little do you all know. I'm telling you, Margaret, welcome. Eh? Ian says these are mostly caught up in the fisherman's net. You know what Margaret said? This is why I was laughing. Margaret says, Wall Street, you need to go back to TT and sign up for a cooking class with TT style. Hey, listen, eh? Watch it. Ian had said alcohol. Right? Caribbean Soul say, I have a price, but my price comes as a package. How about my sibling and you get my vote? Yeah? So, all right. So hear this. Before we go for the break. Doubles. You don't have dry doubles?
Dry doubles.
Yeah.
You don't fry doubles dry.
Well, you don't have crispy doubles?
Yeah, that people just fry the doubles a little crispy.
Yeah, okay. Edison Princess Caribbean Stag.
Yeah, beers. Beers is what sells the most for
yeah. Bijam say Venezuelan sell the most. Caribbean source say drink, cigarette, and customers. Alcohol in general. Trinidad Margo, welcome. Good night. Alam says alcohol beverages.
Yes.
It look like alcohol when. Margaret said, always known as fry dry. When the air hits it, after frying, it becomes dry Wall Street. Okay. So I might as well hang it on a line. I could put it on a line to dry too.
It's not that kind of party.
In Trinidad, it means fry it dry, meaning extra crispy.
That's right.
But got to tell me crispy, and I understand.
No, but Trinidad lingua.
I never hear about
fried dry.
I have never heard that.
Even regular fish slices. So somebody will say fried dry, meaning fried crispy.
Okay. All right. So you could order fried dry.
Yes.
Okay. No, Trinidad Margo said no. Drying is referring to the outcome of the frying process. Everybody has a price. Edison, welcome. Everybody has a price. Money or flesh. All right.
That's your kind.
Yeah. Margaret says, no Wall Street. I don't like dry fry bake. So yeah, it's supposed to have dry bake too.
No, that you wouldn't enjoy that.
Why not? And you put some bull jowl in it, or you put smoked herring in it?
Nah, you can't fry bake like fry dry.
Ian Wansley said double pan makes the most money. Okay. Margaret says some people like Universal Studios for Mardi Gras fry doubles dry. Wall Street LMAO, you have one night fry dry. Oh God. Judy said, welcome. Good evening, Uncle Tommy on Wall Street. Folks, we're gonna go for a quick station identification. When we come back, we're gonna get involved in the meat of the topic for the night. Stick and stay. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We'll be right back after this break. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
It raises a question, ladies and gentlemen. If they cannot speak the truth in small things, imagine what they will do in big things.
I want to send a message to Black Stalin. It have some people that need burning. With honest people, you know where you stand. But not so with deceitful ones. For them, black is white and last could be first. About the truth, they couldn't care less. What was wrong for them yesterday? Now 10 times worse, they have nothing to say. For everything they was complaining, now their silence is deafening. So Black Stalin, now to you I turn. Them deceitful people must burn. Rowley shut down Petrotrin, they say not a word. Fire, fire to burn them. No foreign exchange, they yet to be heard. Fire, fire to burn them. In 6 times he raised the gas price. When we was producing it, they had it nice. But this protest like rain, they go burn down flat, flat, flat. If UNC did do that, so Stalin, light your fire. We cannot wait any longer. Stalin, time to burn them deceitful men and women. What is right and wrong is wrong, whether it is spoken or put in song. Those who fear the truth, them hypocrite, will always hate the people who speak in it. There's 5 and 6 murders every day, with bullets and bloodshed everywhere. People are living in gripping fear, while the police tell you to pray. And the only reason you're still alive is nobody ready to take your life. For the right price, you could be history. That is where crime reaches sweet and now is arm home invasion from them, not a word. Fire, fire to burn them. Daily drive-by killings, they yet to be heard. Fire, fire to burn them. People charged with murder could escape jail, cause under the PNM they will get bail. But this protest like rain, they go burn down flat, flat, flat. If UNC did do that, so Stalin, light your fire. We cannot wait any longer. Stalin, time to burn them. Then set a deceitful PNM. People losing jobs every day, while there's more taxes we have to pay. But all them snake in the Balize, Not one word you would hear them say, and food prices going up daily. You can't buy food for your family, while government live in luxury. Inflation strangling everybody, and for the sick and the elderly, they can't buy drugs in the pharmacy. But there's none so blind, the Bible tell me, than those who have eyes and refuse to see. Now it's property tax, they're very quiet. Increase light bill, they're very silent. Them but boasting how they quiet, because SB and them they wouldn't riot. But it's protest like rain, they go burn down flat, flat, flat. If UNC they do that, so Stalin, light your fire. We cannot wait any longer. Stalin, time to wonder, time to burn out the PLM. They did not listen to Patrick Manning. Now the country is suffering. It's arrogance and incompetence, corruption and nepotism. Ministers get millions for government rent, while workers only getting 4%. Contract for their friends to get richer, while poor people have to suffer. 100 million in fake oil scandal, while there's no beds in the hospital. Mr. Manning advice, they did not take. Now we eat bread that the devil made. Now it's corporate manslaughter from them, not a word. And those who are guilty still on the job. Oil and gas production is at all-time low. The Minister of Energy don't have a clue, but this protest like rain. They go on down flat, flat, flat. If UNC they do that, Stalin, light your fire. We cannot wait, brother. Stalin, time to wonder, time to fire the PLM. Remember, people who can't face the truth will always hate the people who speak it. Them a hypocrite, that hypocrite.
And of course, there you have it, Tommy. There you have it.
Yep.
Yep. Hold on.
Your host, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy on WZYE 95.9 FM.
Yo, what's going on? This is Drizzy Drake.
Hi, this is Rihanna.
Hey, what's up? This is Ludacris.
What's up, y'all? This is Nicki Minaj.
You're rocking with the best. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
This is Travis Scott, 21-7.
You're listening to In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
What it do is some baby and we in the mix.
What's up? It's your boy Usher.
What's up, y'all? This is Beyonce.
Yeah, it's your boy Chris Brown right here.
Playing nothing but the best. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
And of course, we're back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Folks, don't forget to share the live on WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook, on Twitter, WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can call us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509. Remember, your texts and voice notes are also welcome right here on WZYE.
So Tommy, there was a story that we broke. Yes, we broke this story with respect to our company in India called Hafed, that
Right.
the Minister of Trade, Gopi Schoon, Paula Gopi Schoon, right, was, touting with respect to what they are going to be doing in TNT. So let's take a listen to that.
Agriculture is one of the main areas being explored as an Indian investment mission is in the country, looking into different sectors including health, aluminum and steel, and digital payments. Among the delegation, officials from Haryana-based and state-owned HAFED, including its chairman. Minister of Trade and Industry Paula Gopiskun says HAFED is heavily engaged in agriculture commodities, and she believes this country can benefit.
India ranks second in the world in agricultural production, and globally India ranks ninth for agricultural exports. We feel that there's much that they can share with us, and of course much that we can learn from them, and we're pleased to see that after discussions this morning, we are already seeing a way forward in terms of work that we can do together.
Gopiskun states that 80% of Haryana, which has a population of 30 million people, is cultivated, and it is fully independent in terms of its food production needs.
The main crops of Haryana are wheat, rice, sugarcane, cotton, oilseeds, pulses, barley, maize, millet, etc., just to say a few.
There is also a lot of food processing mechanisms. HAFED is responsible for 700 million metric tons of food grains. Its General Manager of Procurement and Finance, Dr. Arun Kumar Ahoya, refers to the discourse with the Trade Ministry as meaningful, with good potential for collaboration.
We had a discussion with Honorable Prime Minister of the Trinidad and Tobago also, and wherein he directed his team of ministers, and yesterday also we had a meeting with Minister of Legal Affairs, and today we have met ministers in agriculture to look into the areas wherein we can be of beneficial to each other.
HAFED says rice, milk and oil production are some of the areas identified so far, but talks will continue to explore more aspects of mutual interest. The discussions have also surrounded different models and moving forward, including government to government, cooperative to cooperative, and public-private partnerships. Minister Gopiskun says follow-up action will be taken from the various meetings held with HAFED.
There would be a technical team which would be set up to work out the details of cooperation, and quite naturally the team will be comprised the members from the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Fisheries, from the Office of the Prime Minister, and also from the Ministry of Trade and Industry.
The investment mission delegation is heading to Tobago on Thursday to look at the tourism sector. Meanwhile, on Friday, they are expected to visit National Flour Mills, the Carlson Field Mill, and the Moruga Agro-Processing Park. Alicia Boucher, TV6 News.
Now, Tommy.
Yep.
You see that, right, Tommy?
Yes.
Tommy, this government, due diligence is not part of what they're interested in. I'm saying this, this government is interested in dealing with many different corrupted organizations. I said it. And I'm going to give you guys the facts. So, Tommy, when I saw this video, I said, but wait now. A next company from India. So you know, Tommy, I put on my NYSC hat.
Right.
My investigative hat. And I Googled HAFED.
That's what you do.
That's what you do. And if the government of Trinidad and Tobago had done any due diligence at all, they would have come back with the information I'm going to show you guys. So it doesn't matter. We hear Paula Gopiskun, well, you know, it's this, and we're going to talk about when Paula Gopiskun talks about Jindal as well. We're going to give you guys that one as well. But we did a little homework. And here's what we came up with. Guys, take a listen to this.
More scandal for Prime Minister Rowley in dealing with India business HAFED, Haryana State Cooperative Supply and Marketing Federation. Hafed has faced several corruption issues. A notable incident is the Rs 6 crore rice procurement scam that occurred in Haryana's Kaithal district. The Punjab and Haryana High Court ordered the Hafed managing director to take action against officials involved in the scam. The case involved allegations of misappropriation of paddy equivalent to over Rs 6 crore. This is a significant example of the challenges Hafed has faced regarding corruption within the organization. It's important to note that while this instance highlights issues within Hafed, it also reflects a broader challenge of corruption that has been a persistent issue in India. Transparency International's Corruption Perceptions Index has indicated that India remains one of the most corrupt countries in the world, which underscores the systemic nature of the problem. In addition, there have been other corruption cases involving Hafed. Here are a couple of notable instances. 1. Embezzlement in go-down construction. 6 officials from Haryana PWD and Hafed, along with a private contractor, were arrested by the State Vigilance Bureau for their involvement in an alleged embezzlement of Rs 2 crore. This occurred during the construction of a go-down for Hafed in Borsaidan village of Kurukshetra district in 2016. 2. Graft case in Taraori. The Anti-Corruption Bureau in Karnal arrested 3 Hafed officials posted at Taraori in a graft case. 2 were caught red-handed and 1 was arrested later. A sum of Rs at 12.52 lakh was recovered. These cases highlight ongoing issues with corruption within Hafed and reflect broader governance challenges in the region. These are some examples of the corruption issues faced by Hafed. How can Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley allow his government to engage with individuals and organizations in India that have been implicated in corruption activities?
Facts, right, Tommy?
That's right.
Facts and nothing but the facts. And that is due to us doing
what they should have done.
What they should have done. So not only is the Jindal company involved or Jindal involved in corruption, Hafed is involved in embezzlement and corruption as well. And they are coming to Trinidad to do business. And our Prime Minister is at the forefront with respect to this.
And as you see, they don't have a problem with any of the dealings.
No, nothing, Tommy. So Tommy, what if the highest we could get, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, personally involved, and here the guy talk about the Prime Minister. The guy talk about the Prime Minister personally involved with these corrupted individuals. What do you think gonna happen? What do you think gonna happen?
Mm-hmm.
Is that where our country is going, Tommy? Is that acceptable?
It's frightening.
It's frightening. 1.4 million people, and you can't do a little due diligence before you deal with these people?
Now, who's going to hold the governance to account for collaboration with criminals?
That is the $2 billion question.
I mean, you have somebody like Chris Musselis call himself interviewing and doing video on some of these so-called gangsters, if you want to call them that, and you charge him with sedition. Who's gonna charge you with anything for doing business with known criminals in the world?
I mean, this is just, you know what? I really and truly could not believe that we have Naveen Jindal, and then we had Hafed, right, one after the other. I know they're in Tobago today, you know.
Yeah.
They're in Tobago.
Yeah, because they're looking into tourism options too.
Why?
Maybe they're going to build a hotel. or buy one.
You think money got to pass?
Hey, they have banking.
It look like something got to pass. I don't know what it is.
They have bank, so hey.
But Tommy, Paula Gopiskun went even further, you know. She was defending Naveen Jindal. Take a listen.
Trade Minister Paul Gopiskun says it is disappointing the opposition is making mayhem over the visit of Indian businessman Naveen Jindal. In fact, Gopiskun says Jindal can help this country through his investments.
If you do your research, you would understand the wealth and capability of the Jindal family. And for instance, if you would look at the 10 top persons of wealth in India, the Jindal family would be there.
On Monday, opposition leader Kamala Prasad-Bissessar called out the government on Jindal, questioning whether Venezuelans were the ones who connected the government with Jindal to get the Point-A-Pay refinery. She slammed the Prime Minister's statements that he was unaware Jindal was on alleged corruption charges. Refuting these allegations, the Trade Minister says,
The things said by the opposition in the national press is very disappointing. And it tells you that instead of welcoming people to our country, the opposition perhaps is seeking to destroy.
Gopiskun was speaking at a media conference on Wednesday to share details on the arrival of a delegation from HAFED, which forms part of the large investor mission from India currently visiting Trinidad and Tobago. She says there are opportunities for Trinidad and Tobago in the field of agriculture.
India ranks second in the world in agricultural production, and globally India ranks 9th for agricultural exports. That gives you a sense of the level of scale.
State entity Caribbean Airlines has scooped a top award as the best airline staff service in Central America and the Caribbean. The airline was recognized at the prestigious 2024 World Airline Awards. Garvin Madeira, CEO of Caribbean Airlines, has expressed his pride in the achievement. He says the award is a testament to the dedication, passion, and hard work of the staff of Caribbean Airlines. Madeira adds Caribbean Airlines remains focused on creating memorable travel experiences.
The conversations surrounding Indian businessman Naveen Jindal are in essence much ado about nothing.
So I've noticed what I could only describe as hullabaloo in the national press about Mr. Jindal's presence in Trinidad and Tobago. And I want to say that we welcome Mr. Jindal to our country. It's very disappointing that the opposition would seek to make mayhem over the visit of someone who can really help us in Trinidad and Tobago by investing in our country.
It comes as Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley held a meeting at the Diplomatic Center with Jindal, who is chairman of Jindal Steel and Power Limited, over the Petrotrin refinery. Subsequent to that, allegations of corruption against the billionaires surrounding mining kickbacks have been brought to the fore, cited in a 2013 Forbes report. This is what the minister has to say on the matter.
In the course of the life of any business, you would have challenges, legal challenges. That's the nature of business. You enter into contractual arrangements. Contractual arrangements are not necessarily all smooth. It's the reason why you have these cadre of lawyers and attorneys who can prepare to deal with such matters. So therefore, to assign that level of attention on one minor issue is really a wonder to us.
She says the country should instead be focusing on welcoming investors. Gopiskun is taking the United National Congress to task for its pronouncements on the matter. Opposition leader Kamala Prasad-Bissessar has questioned if it was Venezuela that made a link between Jindal and the government, and if Jindal is the intermediary for the two parties.
And it tells you that instead of welcoming people to our country, the opposition perhaps is seeking to destroy.
High Commissioner of TNT to India, Dr. Roger Gopal, says the Prime Minister worked hard at attracting investors from India across different sectors during his visit to New Delhi. Dr. Gopal is of the opinion that Dr. Rowley's engagement has been extremely transparent. As for Jindal,
Mr. Jindal is Member of Parliament of the sitting government of India, the Bharatiya Janata Party, under Prime Minister Modi. And secondly, the media could easily find any information on the work that Mr. Jindal is doing globally. And I'll leave it at that.
Alicia Boucher, TV6 News.
So basically, we can do business with any money launderer and.
Yeah. What's the big deal? One minor issue, and what's not one minor issue? You could be involved in corruption, embezzlement, kickbacks. Yeah, what's the big deal? You're a big millionaire. You're a gazillionaire.
You have plenty of money. It don't matter how you get your money. As long as you have plenty of money, you can do business in Trinidad. It don't matter.
What's the big deal?
No matter what you do to get that money.
Yeah. Yeah, Bisram.
Everybody want the Calcutta ship from Tobago?
Yeah.
The Calcutta ship coming back. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
In July, they be cross the Indian and them. And already they want no vaccine from India. You remember that in COVID time?
Yeah.
When Kamala said, I'm sure get some vaccine from India, he said, no, he don't want none.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, but Bisram, the thing about this is that, right? In my estimation, if you are going to deal with people, vet them before you start to bring them out in the public domain.
Yeah, I understand that, right? I understand that, but even check everything this government doing, this prime minister doing, is a set of corrupted people. You see that?
Yeah, correct is right. No, correct.
Yeah, it's a set of corrupted people. Now the ship sailing again Tobago.
Yeah.
The Calcutta ship.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Tommy, you will think with all the resources available to the government of Trinidad and Tobago, before you go out on the world stage and bring people into your country, you will try to vet them to make sure that
they're legit.
And there are no skeletons in the closet that you have to now go and defend. How you would defend? How could you defend these people on corruption charges in their homeland? And Paula Gopiskun saying one minor issue. Paula, minor issue, Paula? And all they're gonna spend taxpayers' dollars? If them fellas doing corruption over there, right? And there's millions and millions and millions of people, and we only have 1.4 million in Trinidad. What do you think? What do you think, Tommy?
Well, I know.
Them as you could buy out all them people on them. They'll buy out every one of them. All of them. They'll buy them out. Yeah?
Sad.
You think it's easy? That's what I'm telling you. You see, this government is the worst government we ever had in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. By far the worst. I mean, if they had a worst government Olympics, this government go come first. Yeah, by far the worst.
Good night, Wall Street.
Yeah. Good night.
International people, they come to scrape everything with Trinidad.
Scrape everything. They go scrape everything.
They have corruption charges in India. They come across and they say that.
But the minister of trade saying that is one little issue, and these are wealthy businessmen. And when you're in a corporation, we just involved in these kind of things, and that's why they have attorneys. They have attorneys so you could be involved in corruption and embezzlement and kickbacks.
So that the younger generation, you can learn people with corruption and robbers and thieves.
Correct. Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry that we could deal with them. Them involved in corruption, embezzlement, and kickbacks. No problem dealing with them. It's okay. What's the big deal? Them wealthy.
All of us, the satellite Indian people, so and the PNM sycophant and them only costing in them every day on the radio station. I hear what they call this morning, and the black man, she calling the black man Oreo.
Who's that? Chase?
Because
Mr. Chase? Mr. Chase? That is him?
yeah.
Yeah, well, oh God. When I hear
I just thinking he that man is some you tell us some politically correct, but he's an undercover racist. But he's a black man and like Kamala like you vex, I bring it in there and yeah. Because we only bring it because he's a black man and she people and them. That's that real stuff. That's what the lobby and them and them they run the catastrophe they want it back now. I look the money bad.
Oh God. Yeah, KFC. Oh God.
They can't get no legitimate business people to invest, so they do it by any means necessary.
By any means necessary. Any means necessary. Yeah, Brooklyn.
Well, good night. Good night, Uncle Tommy.
Good night, sir.
Right there, you and our listeners. KFC, them PNM always like Indian boy. But once there's a PNM Indian, they love you. You ain't so much Indian in the PNM, it's more Indian in the PNM than in the UNC right now. You understand? All the rich Indian and them in the PNM gain millions of dollars, and the black people in the PNM can't even get on good as good ministers. They ain't getting good positions. You understand? The highest paying positions will accept Hines. He is Minister National Security because he about to retire. So they give him a little bonus jump because they keep him as junior minister all his life for 30-something years. So I'm going to tell you something. You see the point with Rowley is already remember Rowley is a puppet on a string. So we might be saying it's Rowley who went for the corrupted Indian man. But you forget all the ministers in the PNM in high position is corrupted ministers. No. Who said the finance minister not corrupted? When we $3 billion gone, eh? The finance minister wanted to bring the auditor general to court and do a kind of bacchanal. So we have corrupted people running the country on a high level and using the blackest man in the country as a puppet. So when we pointing fingers at Rowley just following orders, you know. Rowley is just the scapegoat, he following orders. Rowley has no say. The Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago is Ember. You understand what I'm saying? He's the man who delivers the money. Right? So that's why I think if Eric Williams say if you put a crapo in a tie, then people go vote for that crapo. Is Eric Williams say that Wall Street? Before them say that, somebody say you put a crapo in a tie the PNM, the people are trying to go vote PNM still. I think if Eric Williams say that.
Yeah,
in a balize tie.
In a balize tie.
In a balize tie, right?
Yeah.
So if you buy crap and go vote for crap in a balize tie, what make you feel they go like a corrupted Indian rich billionaire from India? You understand? It's only the UNC Indian them PNM go like. It's only the UNC Indians. But if a UNC Indian join the PNM, they love him. We see it all on and on and on and on. We see it all the time. So it's not that the PNM supporters don't like Indian, they don't like UNC Indians. But once there's a PNM Indian or a crap in a PNM tie, the PNM will praise you. I tell you, there's a curse, you know. When somebody is cursed, they no longer control their own mind. So no matter they hear that man is corruption, they will look for every corners to say that man is good. I tell them today already, the pitch lake we own Wall Street. They say that if we get a foreign person be Petrochin, it could be good. Give him a chance. But we get the Chinese the pitch lake, and we can't find a good road in Trinidad and Tobago. We can't drive on a proper road because now we can't even pay for our own pitch. Right? So when you give the Indian man the Petrochin, we will never to buy oil and gas no more. We may have to go on a fishing boat to Venezuela and bring back oil and gas because we weren't able to get none from our own resources because everything that all we pitch is basically shipping out of the country. They're selling pitch all over Wall Street
leave work and drive in on the roads in New Jersey. He drive in and he enjoying Trinidad pitch. Now, you have to leave Trinidad to really enjoy the resources, you know. When you really check it out, you have to leave Trinidad and Tobago and go to a foreign country to enjoy what belongs to you. That is very complicated to some people. But I will tell you some more shit. That refinery, the person who ever gonna get it, gonna make millions of dollars. But Trinidad and Tobago will not benefit because we have to buy from them too, like everybody else. So have a good night.
Yeah, man. You know, Tommy, I see Nadira, welcome. Dinesh G, welcome. I see a point here. Judy says, Worship, but when the African Bank wanted to come TNT, Afro Trinis battled them, calling them thieves. Now Trinis, Indian people happy for them, saying they're coming to save Trinidadians. You know, Tommy, it's interesting, eh?
Yep.
Oh God. Ali Trini, welcome. We need to get a clip of the opposition of India because it seems Modi whole government is corrupted. Listen to this. We have to look at the corruption perception index. And Jason Miller, welcome. Who is this now?
Carl Berwick.
What is that?
Felix. That.
Yeah, I can't Felix. I can get that. Jason Miller, welcome. Jason, where you joining us from? Kyrie Berwick, where you joining us from? You know, it's interesting, eh? We have a government that, so the Afrex Exim Bank wanted to come to Trinidad.
That's right.
Right? But you know, Tommy, it looked like they really do the due diligence on them, you know?
Yeah.
Tommy,
that's due diligence of convenience.
Oh God, Tommy boy, they do due diligence on the toes, the fingers, the nails, the ears, the hair. All due diligence to do on them. And they said, nah, them want to get free taxes. Them want people to work in Trinidad and don't pay taxes, the locals. You understand? They do, boy, real due diligence, you know, Tommy. Yes, COP, welcome.
Good night to you all.
Good night to you, COP.
And good night to Uncle Tony. What shit Uncle Tony pull me out tonight there?
He pull you out?
You see why he's real? Yeah, he pulled me out. He cracked me up tonight there. You see, you remember it's the Balize and the Capora. Yeah, when everybody couldn't remember that, he remember that. It's a Balize tie. If you put a Balize tie, a crapo. Yeah. I thought they would have hide up that one now, Uncle Tony. But I know you want to tiptoe towards you. So I like where you bring out that. Who will vote for a crapo in a Balize tie? Even though they're representing you. After 100 years of Petro and that refinery in Trinidad, the citizens of this country benefit from that. Up to this 9 years under Rowley administration, Dr. Rowley administration, listeners, in the energy sector, them both, but how much money they're making and how much profit they're getting. We haven't benefited anything from that. And any profit that they make couldn't help us. Start back our refinery and make sure our citizens working over there again. It do nothing to us. It just put us in a position where Dr. Rowley had to go and look for foreigners to come and take over that. But those business people and them that interested in that refinery, what type of business them could do and make money for the friends and for the family to have a successful business? That Dr. Rowley and his administration can't take taxpayers' money and do the same thing them business people doing. Wall Street. And listeners all over the world. We have a bully prime minister. Dr. Rowley never tell us all those things in 2020 general election when he was campaigning. Dr. Rowley come and point up here and tell us that refinery, they're not closing on that. And if you're closing your fridge door, and here it, the government not closing on that. He give us 158 product that come from that finery and how beneficial that finery is. Why it can't be beneficial to us? Why it must be beneficial to somebody else? Dr. Rowley, when the resources can stay in our land, when we can get that same US Wall Street, what type of thinking people we have? Stinking people we have. Sorry, stinking I say there? Thinking people we have in Trinidad. How they thinking so? And anything Dr. Rowley say, they work in URP, they work in CPEP, but they have all the knowledge. Why Dr. Rowley should give that Indian man? Why your knowledge didn't take you for their life? How come all that knowledge all you have? It take all you for their life? And have your children and them passing common entrance and qualifying. But we seen the failing and dying. How come all that knowledge take you further and successful? Most of you all come here to die PNM and think contrary towards the development of citizens of this country. Wall Street, why it is Dr. Rowley can't take we money, that not Dr. Rowley more and Farah money, that not PNM money. Why Dr. Rowley cannot take that refinery and put it in the hands of the people in Trinidad and Tobago who have the most amount of experience in oil and gas, which is the OWTU. In the Western Hemisphere, they have the most amount of experience. Why you cannot take our money and assist them to run it and help them be successful? Why? It's all about getting the rich richer. The man is a billionaire. The man has more money than Trinidad and Tobago GDP. Why give them it? And then we ain't know not how much you're selling for. Everything is non-disclosure deal. Dr. Rowley like Maduro. He like Putin. What kind of prime minister we have? You know what's sad about this Wall Street and Uncle Tony and listeners all over the world? Today you see 1 million people in the street. Today you see the whole of the African community on the street telling Dr. Rowley, no, no, no. Mothers die in that refinery. Fathers lose the job in that refinery. Generation 100 years of experience. African people work there. And you tell me no black people can control that? Where that sacrifice they make. So you telling me next 25 years, the future of this country, the churn, knows nothing about that was weird? That is an arrogant prime minister is do that. A prime minister is making back deal. And to hell with the citizen. Paula go to school. She say if you look at the richest people them in India, you'll see the Jindal family there on top. If you look at some of the poorest people in Trinidad and Tobago, you look at the PNM party, the African community, they are the poorest in Trinidad and Tobago. Let's go to school.
Them is PNM. It's PNM. Them is PNM. The
Yes,
poorest one. Them is
and
PNM.
they are the poorest.
Yeah, them is the poorest.
So why is you seeing the success and the independence of the Indian country and the Indian business people? You not seeing what happening in your community? Even in Point 14, Miss Paula go to school. Why is my money feed you? Why is my money buy clothes for you? Why is my taxpayer money pay your bills? That is what happening. They eat larger. They drink, they eat, they comfortable in life. We give them fancy car to drive. We give them luxury home to live in. And they turn around and sell we assets. Not letting it work for us. Not just for us, but the future of this country. That the opportunity to deny us. The assets that they're selling out is not Dr. Rowley and the mother and father or his wife and the children own. It's the assets of the citizens of this country. You can't just sell out things just so. Sell your children. Sell your property. Sell your relationship. Don't sell we assets. Sell your pig farm. Your pigs living in air condition. While your supporters skipping lunch. It was reported in the news. Skipping lunch every day to ensure the children eat something. That's the Prime Minister we have.
Leave it as COP.
What a manner of a man that is. Thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah, man. Bless. Yeah, Tommy.
Yep.
You know, it's. Listen, I want to play this here by this guy because people just say how we just say things here. Listen to what this guy says. Hold on.
Your take, right? I mean, obviously, you're a man you would have seen a lot through the years.
Yeah.
Your take on the unions and their position right now concerning the current administration.
Yeah, this government is the worst government that we have in this country. They ain't do nothing. They ain't do one thing. All they do make the place get harder and the murder rate gone up. They ain't do nothing. It's a waste of time having them in there. I agree with the union to get rid of them. Get rid of them. They ain't doing one thing.
Well, let me ask you though, because over the years we would
They
have
make the place harder.
no, obviously, with union.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fella, and there is an elderly person. Eh? He know what he talking about.
He lived.
Yeah, you know what he talking about. You think it's easy? It ain't easy, you know. But I think it's kind of important. Yeah, Kev.
Never Star Wars shit. I really person need a round of applause, you know.
Yeah, all right. Let me give him a round of
He learn, he wake up, remember, he was a PRM too, but he seen the worst, wickedest, atlas PRM come and turn around. So Jay and fire, boy. Have a blessed night, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we had to give Uncle a round of applause to me. Uncle says the worst government in the history of Trinidad and Tobago, boy.
Yeah. You know what he's saying?
Uncle speak truth to power.
That's all. That's all.
Yeah. Caribbean Soul says, let me see what this is here. Was this Jindal guy a call from the financiers of the PNM? Because we all know Rowley is the main decision maker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ali Trini says, we love you, so we take great care of you. Jing-a-ling-a-ling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Well, yes. Ali Trini says that Jason Miller is her brother. Well, her brother. And Jason Miller is from Dabadi. All right. So, Tommy, let me make sure I get my my bearing straight.
Mm-hmm.
Dabadi, you go up the main road.
Mm-hmm.
You pass Tanapuna.
Mm-hmm.
And Aruka is next, right?
Right.
Then Dabadi.
Aruka before Dabadi, yes.
Tanapuna, then Dabadi, then Aruka.
No. Aruka after Tunapuna.
Aruka after Tunapuna, I know that.
Right, and then Dabadi after Aruka. And
Oh.
Dabadi is right before Arima.
Right. I was telling you, Dabadi was after Aruka.
Right.
Okay, all right. You see, so all the think I know. All the think I know, I know something, you know. I know something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sinna was the traveler to India with Rowley. Who is Sinna? Sinanan. Why Sinanan not come out and tell us about the trip? They send the sheep. Oh God, all ain't easy, eh? Budram John says people come out and vote. Everyone 2025. Rowley must go now. Yeah. But Tommy, I sometimes I wonder if people in Trinidad, especially PNM people living in our matrix.
Quite possibly.
You think?
Quite possibly.
Or could it be a mirage?
Maybe both.
You know, because sometimes in a mirage, you know, you think you're seeing things and you're really ain't seeing it. Yeah.
True.
And I just ask myself the question, you know, and I want to play this, and I want to play this this is for the PNM people, for the PNM people, especially the black PNM people. And this is by Marcus Garvey.
Any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another race is a leadership that will enslave you. Any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another race is a leadership that will enslave you. Any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another race is a leadership that will enslave you. Any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another race is a leadership that will enslave you.
You know, when the Prime Minister says he don't have a problem making the rich richer so they can help the poor, opportunities, as he says, opportunities, right? It is so sad that that person can call himself a black man. Plain talk, bad manners.
The blackest man.
Correct is right, Tommy. The blackest man. His words, not mine. Right? And here is him. Tommy, I didn't Google it. Let me ask if let me see if Ghana has a refinery. Does Ghana have a refinery?
I think so. Let me make sure. I know something's going on there.
Yeah, I'll check it too. I want to see if Ghana has a refinery. Just before we play this this next video. So but before we play that video,
does Ghana have an oil refinery? Yes, Ghana has at least 2 oil refineries.
Okay. All right.
Tema Oil Refinery, TOR.
Okay. All right. Because at the Prime Minister's breakfast meeting, he had a few things.
Oil Refinery Limited, SORL. TOR and SORL.
All right. Let's just know what the Prime Minister had to say at his breakfast meeting.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley began his address at the Breakfast with the Prime Minister event at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Port of Spain on Wednesday with an expression of appreciation to those who attended the event.
I would also like to thank each and every one of you for coming out in support of this fundraising venture, because whatever you've spent here this morning goes towards the support of the premier political party in Trinidad and Tobago. And as Max and House would have said, we need the money.
And where the money Trinidad and Tobago can begin earning again once a preferred bidder for the mothballed refinery in Pointe-à-Pierre is chosen by the government is concerned, the Prime Minister is expressing hope The refinery was closed down in late 2018 when the state oil company was restructured from Petrotrin to Trinidad Petroleum Holdings Limited.
I can tell you, at this point in time, after how many years of trying and trying and trying, we do have some possible expression of interest. I don't know what the expression is because we have not yet looked at the expression. But what we have are people saying to us, we think we're interested. So for the first time, we have some people who have some worth, who's saying that when we open their proposals, we will know what those proposals are.
And the Prime Minister said those proposals do not only include the very well publicized one from an industrialist from India.
But I hope that in the coming weeks, in this go-around, we could get some serious proposals. And if we do get that, we would be in a much better place than we were a month or a year ago. I want to thank our honorary consul in Ghana, who has worked very hard towards getting Ghanaian proposals from Ghanaian business to look at our refinery.
Jule Brown, TV6 News. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley.
So, what about all the other proposals previously?
I guess they weren't good enough.
They weren't good enough.
No.
And I thought the OWT was the preferred bidder back then. I thought
we all thought that because that's what we were told, but we are being told something different every time the moon changes, it seems.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? I wanted to play a voice note from Gordon Joseph. All right, let me play this voice note. Let me get Gordon Joseph's voice note first. I'll play the other voice note, but I want to play his voice note. Let me see what his voice note says here. Which one is it? Let me see if this is it.
I'm going to listen to this, how they could put Wall Street in that position. I will partner on them doing your way. That's way.
All right. That's not the one for Gordon Joseph. Let me try this one here. No, that's not the one. Let me try this one. Okay, here it is.
I thought you had some local saying something there, or you saying something. I really want to hear AI at all. Because AI ain't talking about the amount of men right here in Trinidad, right here in our parliament, who are matters in the court to answer for. They go along, come along, ain't raising them thing at all, and trying to get a system in place that we could deal with that and get it out of the way and move on. No, but they want to deal with red. Miss me with that setup. Yeah, you say it right.
Me like your partner.
I know him. You seem to know him.
He just call your name all the time. Yes, Nisbet.
It's easy to call.
That your partner. All right, let me play some voice note before we go for the break. Yeah, you just. Yeah, Mr. Florida.
Good night again, Mr. Hansen. Good night, Mr. Tommy. So Mr. Hansen, Mr. Tommy, now this man coming and getting investors to come in Trinidad, which they have corruption behind the name and so on. You know all that. You see, the thing is, this is an election gimmick. You see the narrative now in Trinidad and Tobago now? Nobody ain't talking about no $1 billion. Nobody ain't talking about this and that again. And everybody talking now, they don't want the Indian to come. They don't want the Indian to come. You see, we're rolling on and use on the platform. These people are they just come in and we set up this place for them just to come and spend the time in the Hyatt and feed them and dine them, just to have this narrative. Because they not really going to invest nothing in Trinidad. You know? It's just speculation, just like Sanders. And now he going to see on the campaign trail. We was trying to get foreign investment, and the UNC kick against it, and the people kick against it. They say they don't want no Indian. And you see on the narrative, I tell you this, Raul is a strategist, and he does know what he's doing. Because he won't bring investors when elections is just a few months away, you know. Because this year is just like 6 months away, and next year is hard campaigning. So people have to understand. So you see now UNC saying how the Indian and them have corruption against the name, and then he's saying how she party have corruption against the name, and you see the back and forth. So sometimes you just have to sit back and analyze and open Pandora's box and think outside the box where this man's strategy is.
Correct.
So look on and listen, Mr. Hansen, and
Yeah,
Mr.
man.
Tony.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Folks, let's go for the break. It's In the Village with Uncle
Is that
Tommy,
fine?
or shit on you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We're going in the last hour. We'll be right back after this. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM. The sounds of.
And we doing it real big with my dog
In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
Hey, this is Lady Gaga. Hey, it's Taylor Swift.
You're live in the mix with the one and only.
Hey, this is Justin Timberlake, and this is
In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
This is Travis Scott, 21-7.
You're listening to In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
What it do is some baby, and we in the mix.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Of course, folks, you can share the live on WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook and Twitter, now known as X. You can also share the live on WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Or at 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509. And of course, we are taking your text and your voice notes also.
So Tommy, let's go to the voice notes.
Wall Street cut out Uncle Clip saying this government is the worst government. Let me ensure that that clip go viral. The people must hear from a senior citizen how we think about this evil, wicked, deceitful, conniving, vindictive PNM administration.
Okay, let's go to the next voice note.
Good night, Mr. Worship. Good night, Uncle Tommy. I can never like the PNM. The PNM ruled this country for so long. And the people concerned voting the PNM in East West Corridor, that the bottom of the ladder, they never nothing. We have a black, evil, wicked Prime Minister here. He just paint himself black and inside white. He don't like black people. He use black people to come and vote for them coming on the election time. All of a sudden, they just loving and kissing up the Indian and them. Them Indian businessman and them. Don't come here. Let's stay in the country. The duty always and get this evil man and camera come here. Or they come here. The roll of them go from here, man. The evil and wicked fire burn the PNM. Good night, Mr. Wall Street. I see the media asking wrongly some questions into the arrogant And I see the evilness and the wickedness in that Prime Minister. He just don't care about poor people. He just care about his own interests. He look at us sell the oil finally. Like for generation and generation to come. How we gonna do that? He can't do that. And people waking up and protesting and dragging his border clung all over the place where Russian are waiting on. The Prime Minister probably the oil refining, the oil, we could go and sell our Indian businessman. Let us stop that. Let us stop that madman boy, that evil man boy. Fire burn the piano and the wickedness and the nonsense where I don't go.
So, folks, Ansel Roger said that what's happening is a monumental scandal. Let's listen to that. Take a listen.
A monumental scandal, says Roji, a scandal of monumental proportions. This was the response from Oilfields Workers Trade Union President General Ansel Roje over an announcement by the Office of the Prime Minister that Indian businessman Naveen Jindal is interested in the potential of the Petro-Trin refinery, and that interest formed part of his discussion last week with Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley. Last week, Monday, Jindal, chairman of Jindal Power and Steel LT, was invited to the diplomatic center in Port of Spain, where he held discussions with Rowley. Speaking at a news conference at OWTU's Paramount building in San Fernando yesterday, Roje said that procurement legislation was passed last year and questioned what part of that legislation requires the Prime Minister to meet with an interested party in purchasing an asset of the state before anything else happens. That's not all. The sale of the Pointe-à-Pierre refinery is now involved in a process, a non-binding bidding process, and that process has some 8 interested parties who would have supplied the requirements to Scotiabank International, who has responsibility for the bidding process, said Rauje. Noting that in the past the OWTU would have made a bid for the refinery via Patriotic Energies and Technologies, he said the union is also a party in the current bidding process. He added, "Up comes Indian businessman in the diplomatic center in the face of procurement legislation, in the face of the procedure and the process that is being engaged. Up comes Indian businessman in a display of supreme bias, discussing the same asset with the Prime Minister."
No procurement procedures, boy. Man talking. Prime Minister could go and talk to whoever he want to, boy. Or they want a refinery. We have a refinery in Trinidad, I don't know. How much all they want for it? How much all they want to pay for it? Are we talking now? Yeah? Right, Tommy?
Yep.
Right, Tommy?
Very suspect.
Very suspect, Tommy. Very suspect. And then when they get it, Tommy, they get caught with a hand in the cookie jar twice, you know. With Jindal and with Hafed, you know. Twice.
And how about the new cricket academy?
3 times. 3 times, Tommy. They get caught with a hand in the cookie jar. Plain talk, bad manners. Let's take this voice note.
Good night again, Mr. Hansen, and good night again, Mr. Tommy. Mr. Hansen, that refinery will cost over $1 billion and more than 2 years to get back on stream. You know. Because that plant been shut down. That plant had no oil, that plant had no high pressure, nothing. That's gonna take $1 billion over, and it's gonna take about 2 to 3 years to get that back commissioned to running at full potential. Local and listening.
Thank you, man. But Tommy, today there was a press release by the opposition leader, and it was interesting, all right? So guys, take a listen to this.
Media release June 27, 2024, from the Office of the Leader of the Opposition. Opposition leader, the Rowley government has been caught in a scandalous deal to gift the taxpayer-owned Pointe-à-Pierre refinery to corruption and money laundering, accused Naveen Jindal in order to facilitate the processing of Venezuelan crude oil for the Maduro government. A Jindal PDVSA deal was reached in Caracas in mid-April 2024 to operate oil fields in the Orinoco Belt. In June 2024, 2 months after securing an oil deal with the Maduro government in April 2024, corruption and money laundering accused Naveen Jindal is now the Rowley government's favored bidder for the Pointe-à-Pierre refinery complex. Why has it not been disclosed to our citizens that Trinidadian officials have been meeting with Naveen Jindal and Venezuelan officials for discussions over the past months? The Rowley government has been caught in a scandalous deal to gift the taxpayer-owned Pointe-à-Pierre refinery to corruption and money laundering accused Naveen Jindal in order to facilitate the processing of Venezuelan crude oil for the Maduro government. No amount of deflection and lies by Rowley and his government can change the facts, which are: 1. Naveen Jindal is on bail in India for corruption and money laundering charges. 2. Rowley is on record as saying that Jindal's visit to him at the Diplomatic Center on June 17, 2024, was a result of his visit to India in May 2024. This is patently untrue. 3. Rowley also suggested that June 17, 2024 was the first time his government was meeting with Jindal, and therefore he was unaware of Jindal's corruption and money laundering charges. Again, this is patently untrue. 4. It is confirmed that Energy Minister Young, who is also a minister in the Office of the Prime Minister, has been meeting with Naveen Jindal since March 2023. 5. Rowley has claimed that Naveen Jindal has access to a crude oil supply for the Petro-Trin refinery, but provided no information as to the origin of this crude oil feedstock. 6. A Jindal PDVSA deal was reached in Caracas in mid-April 2024 to operate fields in the Orinoco Belt, hours before the U.S. announced the imminent reimposition of sanctions. 7. Jindal executives agreed to partner with Petróleos de Venezuela S.A. in the oil-rich Orinoco Belt to operate the Petrosedeno venture. India's Jindal is said to join Venezuelan state oil venture, Yahoo.com. 8. In June 2024, 2 months after securing an oil deal with the Maduro government in April 2024, corruption-accused Jindal is now the Rowley government's favored bidder for the Pointe-à-Pierre refinery complex. Rowley must explain to the country: 1. Who is speaking untruths about the timelines regarding meetings with Naveen Jindal? Is it Minister Young or Prime Minister Rowley? 2. Is the crude oil that Naveen Jindal is sourcing for the Pointe-à-Pierre refinery originating from the Venezuelan oil fields that Jindal has agreed to operate in conjunction with PDVSA? 3. Is Jindal a go-between for the Maduro and Rowley governments? 4. Is it the Maduro government who introduced Naveen Jindal to the Rowley government? 5. Why has it not been disclosed to our citizens that Trinidadian officials have been meeting with Naveen Jindal and Venezuelan officials for discussions over the past months? 6. Is the Maduro government, through PDVSA, covertly involved with Naveen Jindal in the acquisition of the Pointe-à-Pierre refinery? 7. Whether through the Rowley government's scandalous deal with Naveen Jindal, will the Maduro government be able to process Venezuelan crude oil at Pointe-à-Pierre and escape U.S. sanctions? The Rowley government has again been caught lying regarding covert dealings with the Maduro regime. I reiterate that this refinery deal appears to be a corrupt and scandalous arrangement between the Maduro government and the Rowley government, facilitated by the border-hopping corruption-accused Naveen Jindal. Kamla Persad Bisesar, SC MP, Leader of the Opposition, June 27, 2024.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
That was the press release today by Kamla. Yeah, the opposition leader. So there are so many questions, Tommy.
More questions than answers.
More questions than answers. 100% correct. More questions than answers. And I want to play one more video before we go, and then I'm going to come back to the chat. And folks, I have I got a report. I have a PDF report with respect to a review that was done on Petrotrin. I'm not going to go over it today, but we're going to deal with that on Sunday. There's a report. It's about 46 pages with recommendations with respect to Petrotrin. You know, things just end up in my mailbox, Tommy. Things just end up. You know, like how, yeah?
Like the
Email
things
gate.
that went up, emails that went up in the prime minister's was
Yeah,
then opposition leader.
yeah. Like that. Like email gate. Or it just end up in your
In
in
your
your
mailbox. Yeah.
yeah, just you know, things it does just end up just so. But before we go, right, I want to play this. And I call this Did You Know About TNT? Take a listen to this, folks.
Do you know that Nicki Minaj and other Trinidadians are unlike any other Caribbean island? Here's why. Just like Nicki Minaj, other Trinidadians possess South Asian ancestry. That ancestry isn't seen in such high proportion in other Caribbean islands. Around half of the country identifies as Indo-Caribbean, and the other half that identifies as Afro-Trinidadian also has South Asian admixture as well. If we were to take the DNA makeup of an average person in Trinidad, 5% of their DNA would be of Amerindian origin, 10% would be of European descent from both North and South Europe. Second biggest component would be South Saharan African descent at 35%, while the biggest ancestral component would be South Asian at 50% by way of India and Sri Lanka. This makes Trinidadians more similar to South American Guyanese and Surinamese, rather than populations in Caribbean islands. Please note that this is an average, and it would vary as an Afro-Trinidadian would be mostly of African descent, while an Indo-Trinidadian would mostly be South Asian.
Okay.
Okay, what says you, Tommy?
Yeah, well, it is what it is. No, we have to face it. Because many of us have all kinds of mixtures in us.
That was interesting. I saw that. I was like, okay, all right.
But the predominant mix or combo part of the combination always seems to stick out though.
Yeah. I'm gonna get back to the chat. I'm gonna play one more video, and I'm gonna get back to the chat, folks. I want to play this one on a Freedom of Information request that was made, and that would be very interesting. Very, very interesting, Tommy. Because Freedom of Information has bring out information that. So here it is. This is a request, a Freedom of Information request on Silk. And when we finish this, we're gonna go back to the chat.
Criminal attorney Wayne Sturge has filed a Freedom of Information request with the Office of the Attorney General on the issue of granting Silk. In his letter to the AG, Sturge declared he was acting as a public-spirited citizen, exercising his constitutional right of civic republicanism. Sturge describes the conferring of senior counsel status to be significant as it is a recognition of quality and superiority in the field of legal advocacy. He says it results in an immediate upward change in one's level of fees and generally results in a change of work towards advocacy rather than paperwork. The attorney describes Silk as a mark of distinction, which in some cases provides a stepping stone to judicial appointment or consideration for appointment to a higher office in the judiciary locally, regionally, or internationally. The one-time parliamentarian said awarding Silk on factors aside from distinguished work undermines the status itself and has an adverse effect on public confidence in members of the inner bar. Sturge says the post-independence procedure for the appointment of senior counsel suggests it to be shrouded in secrecy, tainted by inherent political input, and responsible for the suspicion and lack of confidence by the general public. Sturge notes the public debate over the last two sets of appointments, which he says included the brother and husband of the sitting president. The attorney says, quote, the present appointees include persons who are sitting members of parliament of the government, persons who are politically affiliated with the ruling party's friends and secret financiers. It also includes some nondescript characters in the legal profession who could hardly be described as persons who have distinguished themselves at the bar, end quote. Fueling the suspicion, he writes, is the recent disclosure that the president of the Law Association secretly consulted with a few hand-picked senior counsel. He says it reeks of bias, favoritism, nepotism, and elitism. In order to remove the secrecy surrounding the reason, facts, and circumstances that were unfavorable and supported the rejection of certain persons for the appointment as senior counsel, the attorney requests some 22 items be answered, including the names of all persons who submitted applications, whether the Law Association was consulted and why, a copy of the list of names submitted by the Law Association, whether the AG consulted with the Chief Justice if a list of applicants was also supplied to the Chief Justice, and the purpose of the consultation. He also asks if persons who were appointed senior counsel status, including those who have criminal convictions. Urvashi Tumori, Rupnarayan, TV6 News.
So, Tommy, that is very interesting, and I wait to see what happens. Because it appears that in the last 9 years, this RPNM government have watered down many, many, many institutions in Trinidad and Tobago. Is watered down a good word? Or I should use in something else?
I think watered down is a good word.
Okay, watered down. Yeah. They have watered down, these organizations in Trinidad and Tobago. The Integrity Commission, right? The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service via the COP. I mean, and it goes on and on and on and on. It's like it where does it stop, man? Okay, let's go back here. Let's go back to the chat now. Let me go back to the chat. Man talking about Trump, Biden about to start, yes? Yeah, we ain't worry about that. All right, let me go here. Richie says Ghana is very well developed place. Yeah, Richie, I heard that in true. Huh? Wall Street, you're not like this. But if you want to compare something wrong with Trini people values, like it not changing soon, we will be the most dangerous place in the world. What says you, Tommy?
Anything is possible.
We used to criticize Albert Montana when he tell we Trinidad heading to a place like Haiti. You remember that?
Yeah. He over and over he said that.
Yeah, we used to criticize him, Yeah, we used to go after him, man. Yeah.
We could never see that happening.
Yeah, we used to say that all the time. Yeah, Brooklyn.
Hey, well, shit, good night again.
Yeah.
I just sent you a video. You see it?
Yeah, I see it.
All right, but that is an example of what will happen with Petrotrin. You understand?
Yeah.
That is a clear example. And it's like just put Petrotrin instead of the copper mine. Just say Petrotrin and see where people going to come in there and take it and make millions, and the citizens will be outside. Can't get working there because they may bring their own workers and they would be suffering. They would continue being killing people hungry. No medicine in the hospital. But yet still, all the money that's coming from that resource is going to go to the foreign owner, wherever the foreign business owner came from. That money will be coming out of the country. That money will no longer be in Trinidad and Tobago. That is a good example. That's why I said in that video watching.
Yeah, man.
You have a good night.
Yeah, man. Thanks. Right, you go try to get to the audio on that. Caribbean Soul Watch. Let's say you're on $1 million bill and you pay off your bill. Will it be right for people saying that you're on $1 million bill still, or that should be a non-issue? Nah, if you're on $1 million bill, you're on $1 million bill. Because if you decide to flee, the person could lose a percentage of that bill. Right, Tommy?
But if you're on a bill, that means that you have matter spending.
Right. So, you're on bill. So I think it's an issue. You know what I mean?
So do I.
Yeah, it's an issue. Ali Trini says, Annie M. Darling, don't tell lies, okay? Okay. All right. Ali Trini telling and M, how are you? Don't tell lies, eh? Wall Street, my personal opinion, that refinery should be not given to no Trinidad firm to be run it. We'll only run it to the ground again. It will be like every organization in Trini. I don't agree with that. No, I don't agree with that. Because in my estimation, if that is given to an outsider, for example, if it's given to not given, to the wealthy businessman in India, Tommy, could it be the possibility that he brings in his own workers due to salary, due to wages? I mean,
But for foreign workers are gonna be paid higher wages anyway than local workers.
you think so?
Just think about it. You going to work in another jurisdiction.
Yeah, but if I'm making more than what I can make at home, if I'm making more than what I can make at home,
You would
would
have
I
to be
be
paid more, you would have to be paid more than what you are being paid at home in order to go abroad.
okay? All right. Nadira, welcome. Nadira says, "Oh Lord Father, put a helping hand on Rowley here. The man went all the way to India to find Jindal to do business in Trinidad." Correct is right. Not only Jindal, but they get half it too. Tommy, why is it that two of the main companies that the Prime Minister went to India to deal with involving corruption activities, embezzlement, and kickbacks? Why is it?
That's a tough question. Probably for
Well,
brighter minds than mine.
you make it an easier one? Is that what it is?
Try me.
Tommy, why couldn't he have gone to India and then do a little due diligence before he decided to do any type of public announcement with these guys?
You find the silence deafening.
I find so. I don't. I thought my mic had a delay in it. I like I don't wait for it. I waited for the
delay.
Yeah, the delay. Yeah. Judy says, and Rowley's still around. You're not going to hell. It take too long. Yeah, yes, Capitan. Good night, Wall Street. Farley don't want the property tax. Correct. Farley don't want property tax. Oh God. Allison. Alicia Ghani. Well, that can mean different things, but I wonder. Okay. Alicia, where you joining us from? Jason Miller going to see the guys, the Trump Biden debate about to start. He went to see that. All right, Jason, tell me how it's going. Let me know. Capitans, I want Rory to implement it. To big unions better be 50% higher as that's a rental tourism area. Okay. Patricia, welcome. Mr. Rima, welcome. Oh God. I just played up on the screen. Ali Chini. Huh?
We gotta play with disclaimer.
Yeah, I put it up on the screen. I just put it up on the screen. That is it. Yeah, we go play the disclaimer. Don't worry. Our country needs laws where state assets can't be sold. Who's that? Roger talking, Tata. Okay. One set of smart men is only money they're interested in. Okay.
You telling me that every company that runs in Trinidad is running at a loss? I don't think so.
Them fellas and them 1% of them, all them companies, let me say all, most of them companies making money.
Are successful because what?
Very successful.
Good management.
And not only that, but a lot of them getting contracts with the government.
Yep.
Who does drive the prisoners from prison to prison, from prison to court, court to prison, back to... Who does drive them? Them ain't losing no money, you know. As a matter of fact, they don't mind if crime go up in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. You understand? They're making money anyway.
True.
It's money galore. Yeah? Oh, God.
They're profiteering from crime.
Oh, correct is right. Oh, God.
If refinery was a loss-making enterprise.
Oh, God.
Sinking Petrotrin and threatened to bankrupt Trinidad and Tobago if it defaulted on its payment of $850 million US debt in August. Which will have also triggered up.
All right, sorry, Tom. So, tell me, I put it up for you, but you finished?
Yeah, I don't want to read no more.
You know, oh God, boy, whatever they give Fox does eat it. Even if they give Fox something to eat, he go drink it. If they give him something to drink, he go try to eat it. Don't care what they give him. That's why we're gonna go over that report on Petrotrin Fox. I want you to be there when we go over that report. Yeah, a red birdie sent it in my mailbox. A red birdie. Yeah, Rasta Jack, welcome. It's better to get rid of that scrap iron and sell it to Jindal. Okay. Oh God. You know, if you don't know Capitan, Capitan in easy. You know. Patricia says, Ali Trini, bless night as always, my dear sister. Have a safe and beautiful night. Richie said, sure, right, Caribbean. So Ali Trini said they're better than the Caribbean monster.
And Cookie Monster.
Or the Cookie Monster. Thank you. Ravi Mahabir, welcome. Ravi, where you joining us from? My own people can't own it, but bringing us such a big thief.
To do so.
Oh God. Nobody's truth. You understand? We in Trinidad and Tobago, right? Can't own it, but you bring in people with corruptions over the head to own it. And you know what they say to me? They just always say, well, what do they say? David Lee in the parliament and Ian charges.
Yeah.
Right? So you see how people, I mean, it doesn't make sense. They talk of one side of the mouth, right? Then if some person didn't Google Naveen Jindal and find out the corruption and kickback with respect to his behavior, and then we here at WZYE 95.9 FM, Google Hafed, and know that Hafed also is involved in corruption and embezzlement in India. And that's who we want to do business with. And we're taking them to Tobago to go and try to corrupt Tobago too. Eh? And we have Paula Gopi Schoon talking about, well, it's just, what is this? is one main issue. No Paula Gopi-Spoon. It's not one main issue. It's a big issue. Corruption, kickbacks, and embezzlement is big issues. There are no small issue. And all yeah. So you guys think this was planned overnight? No, Rowley just don't care. You know what? I think in this situation here, Tommy, the prime minister got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. I think he was just going about his merry way, making his own deals, right? And then he realized, wow, this guy have all this over him. And then Hafer having corruption issues as well. Yeah. Rishi said we sold Jindal guy a drill ship from Venezuela in 2015. The guy has money. Okay. And the rest is corruption only. The unions can't stop this deal if they are waiting to purchase the oil refinery. Okay. Rishi, hi, good night. I hear you. I'm sure it has something to do with Maduro. You know, sometimes, boy, Tommy, I just always say, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. So Fox says, Judy, the unions can't stop this deal if they're waiting to purchase the oil refinery. Response: the union has no money to buy the refinery. Tommy, is there something called financing? You heard about that?
Fox Islam, never heard about that.
I wonder if you ever heard about something called financing. Anyway, yeah, maybe you never heard about that. All right, you never heard about that. All right, okay. I told the citizens about Rauli and Maduro, the gang man, a long time, but no one cared to listen to that. I love Rauli. Okay. Trinidad will belong to Venezuela just now. Ali Trini says, let's get out there to stop this sale of the refinery now. Stop this salesman as soon as possible. Wow. Rishi says, Jindal was close with PDVSA, PDVSA, yes, since 2015. We met that guy in Malta and did a sale. Yeah, good night to you. Fox and Alicia, let me use better language. Okay? Yeah, Fox and Alicia. We don't encourage that type of language here in the village, okay? I know it's kind of, thing, but I know it's a double entendre. But let me try to lower the kind of language. The summary of your 46-page document was to restructure Petroleum, which the government did. Oh God, the man call out my report. No, but people want to read the report. Rishi said, yes, I met him and his team in 2015. We sold them a 250K oil rig. Yeah, exactly. That's why we need to stop the racism. Coalpot man. Alicia asks Fox. Fox is them. You have a car or a bicycle? Oh God. Probably go fire the coal pot minister. Alicia say all of them is one. I'm just going through this thing here real quick. Nadira says, she said, Nadira, but you think the people of Trinidad can be trusted as well? Ali Trini says, never. Oh God, Fox, you just answering back. Ali says, Fox is now you're in shame. Oh God. Fox, how you just reach with that bicycle, boy? How far you just reach with that bicycle? Yeah, boy. Rowdy like he want Trinidad to fall rock bottom and shoot, you know. So Fox says Brooklyn, if the refinery start making money, they have to pay taxes on the profit. Rasta Jack, welcome. Only in Trinidad a prime minister can roll in a pan, yeah. If anyone want to see the video with the nurse who died, a sex video, I have it, okay? Oh God. What? That nurse was a player. Capitan say, Walls, why are there more Indian lawyers than Afro? I don't know, eh? Rowley loves
Capitan should give us the answer for that. He's sure he knows.
I know Capitan had the answer. Yeah, you know, that's why Capitan is the real partner. Yeah, is the real partner. Hey, Capitan, leave no the real alone, eh? Don't go after we need the reals. Alicia said Rowley love Ruti and his PNM supporters love Ruti more. Rishi says they can't bring international men to work here. Only if you don't have the skill men, they will be allowed to. What do you mean? What do you mean, Rishi? They ain't bring Venezuelans? Hey, Tommy?
Of course.
Alicia said Rowley must go. Alicia, you from Dabadi? Well, she says she's a troublemaker. Who's a troublemaker? Ali Trini ain't miss much. Well, you miss plenty. You miss plenty. God. Lisa, welcome. Liz, welcome. Rowley making sure that plenty crime. So his 1% pockets could be full to keep the bill-headed Satan in power. Oh, God. What, boy? Hey, boy. Rasta Jack says, go, yeah, Alicia say Fox is not make she cuss, yes? Don't let him make you cuss, Alicia, we just have him in here. Mr. Ward, should I detest Rowley, boy? Yeah, all right. Alicia says she go stop. Nice, Alicia. That's how we like it. Yeah, we love it like that, man.
Yeah, Alicia, we don't want to make you wash out your mouth with soap.
Yeah. Kevin Bash said they're all being caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Yeah, there are plenty of them, man. And there are plenty more hands to get caught. Rishi said, Wall Street, you make me laugh. Yes, you're talking about BPM, our people, so much corruption, and you're talking about the next corruption, man. So who good and bad here? Tell me. Well, I mean, no, it's people justifying one with the other. Oh, you go justify one with the other. Oh God, Toby. I wonder what gang Rowley in 6709.
Yeah. Red.
Tommy. Judy said Trinidad is done. Everyone take over. Oh God. Joe Ali say and his government is a set of pipers. Okay. Yeah, and he says sell wasa too. KFC.
When I Mr. Worship.
Yeah, man.
Hello?
Yeah, we hearing you.
I see the renovating the Malaysian court just gonna open up. So justice on time. We'll be getting all the money again.
But that's why they call them justice on time, The money had to come on time.
Yeah, man, them guys, them don't play.
Them had to get him.
I know your boy tonight, Kings. We taking the debate with the two presidents.
Yeah.
Trump.
Yeah, you must be listening to his partner, Donald Trump. Yeah.
Yeah. I when I close up, I go and take King.
Yeah, man.
Take care of Donald Trump too.
Yeah, bless.
Yeah, man. Have a blessed everything. So,
All
oh, Uncle Tommy.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, man, Tommy, man. Have a good night, eh?
You too, my brother.
Bless. All right. Tommy, would you believe the Prime Minister says that TNT need development?
Yeah, I believe anything.
All right, so listen to what he had to say.
Naveen Jindal, chairman of Jindal Steel and Power Limited, was sworn in as an MP in India's parliament. The government says Mr. Jindal has expressed interest in Trinidad and Tobago's mothballed oil refinery in Point-à-Pierre. Also on Monday, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley took to Facebook to respond to a newspaper editorial on Sunday with regard to issues such as his recent visit to India and his recent meeting with Mr. Jindal. The Prime Minister said he traveled to India, spoke in generalities to groups of government officials and businessmen, telling them about the possibilities that exist for foreign investors to visit and consider investing in Trinidad and Tobago. Dr. Rowley said his gospel, as he called it, was heard by Mr. Jindal, who was in South America at the time. The Prime Minister said Mr. Jindal subsequently agreed to visit, as outlined in his speeches on his visit to India. On June 17th, the Office of the Prime Minister announced Mr. Jindal's visit to Trinidad and Tobago and his meeting with Prime Minister Rowley at the Diplomatic Center in St. Anne's. The OPM also said Mr. Jindal is interested in the Petrotrin refinery, which has remained closed since late 2018, and this formed part of the discussions at that meeting. However, the Express newspaper reported that following the meeting at the Diplomatic Center, a link to a Forbes news story dated June 12, 2013 was widely circulated on social media, which reported that India's Central Bureau of Investigation filed a case against Mr. Jindal and a former coal minister for allegedly misallocating mining rights. The Express reported that the Prime Minister told the newspaper that he was totally unaware of that matter. On Monday, in his Facebook post, Prime Minister Rowley asked, could he really have done background checks on Mr. Jindal before he visited India, even before he knew him or of him? With regard to his recent comments about the Environmental Management Authority, Prime Minister Rowley explained on Facebook that he recently spoke about how objectors who have issues with particular projects use the EMA process to muddy the water for such projects. Dr. Rowley said he never accused the EMA of doing that, but spoke about the objectors using the EMA as an obstacle. The Prime Minister said Trinidad and Tobago needs some key development projects urgently, and it is possible to accelerate the pace of these developments without destroying our environment. Jule Brown, TV6 News.
Right? Our election coming up, and all of a sudden, we need development urgently.
Right. Well, that's why we need it, because the election's coming.
You gotta give them credit. Tell me they're good enough.
The best.
You gotta give them credit, man. They're real good boy. Man say we need development urgently, boy.
Mm-hmm.
All the years gone by, right? We need development.
No, them years going by, we needed to close stuff down.
Or we needed to close down stuff.
Yeah. We needed closure of some key assets.
By the way, Tommy, as an aside, there's a new TH Financial Secretary in Tobago. Let's take a listen to this.
Petal Ann Roberts to be new THA Secretary of Finance, Trade and the Economy. Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly, Farley Augustine, announced that the new Secretary of Finance will be Mrs. Petal Ann Roberts. The Chief Secretary made the announcement in the Assembly chamber during today's draft budget debate. Councillor Roberts is expected to be sworn in as Secretary of Finance, Trade and the Economy on Friday, June 28, 2024. This will make Mrs. Roberts the first ever female Secretary of Finance. Roberts replaces Sertica Williams-Orr in the Assembly. The Chief Secretary has heaped praises on the role that former Councillor Sertica Williams-Orr played in the administration until this juncture. In a media release, the Chief Secretary said Petal Ann Roberts is a chartered certified professional accountant with 15 years of dedicated experience in the THA's public service. She previously served in the capacity of Senior Financial Analyst and Chief Management Accountant under the Division of Finance 8 years and Office of the Chief Secretary 7 years, respectively.
So Farley give up being the finance man. You understand?
Yeah.
Give it to somebody else. But this is the last video we're gonna get here. Gary Griffin on polygraph test. So Tommy, do you think if the Prime Minister, as Prime Minister and head of the Security Council, wants the police to take polygraph, should the Prime Minister and the Minister of National Security be also subjected to polygraph? Or do you think
all of them?
I only ask you what the Prime Minister.
All of them need a polygraph test.
All right, let me listen to this.
Former Police Commissioner Gary Griffith says National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines and Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley should lead by example as it pertains to polygraph testing for members of the protective services. Last Friday, legislation for the use of polygraph and drug testing for members of the protective services and certain officers in the judicial and legal service and the civil service was passed in the lower house. Griffith says while there are benefits to polygraph testing, it should be across the board.
I could never be a Minister of National Security and telling the 7,000 police officers, you must be polygraphed, and I'm not prepared to be polygraphed myself. I cannot be the chair of the National Security Council and pushing something, and I'm the chair of the National Security Council where the police come under, and I refuse to be polygraphed myself. So this is where I am insisting and asking for all politicians, at least political leaders, we must be polygraphed.
President of the Police Social and Welfare Association, ASP Gideon Dixon, says the association is seeking legal advice on the bill as their members were not consulted on the matter. 6 people were arrested on Tuesday in the Southern Division during an anti-gang exercise. According to a police media release, the arrests took place during patrol between 4 a.m. and 9 a.m. Police said the officers visited Farmers Road, Perry Young, Indian Walk, and Charles Street, La Romaine, where they arrested 6 men. 2 18-year-olds from Princestown were held for possession of cocaine for trafficking. 2 men, ages 23 and 36, both of Indian Walk, were held on inquiries for robberies, and 2 men, ages 37 and 44, were held for possession of ammunition.
You know, Tommy, and finally, Tommy, do you agree, and this is just a question, do you agree that if you are parliamentarian and we have caucus, right, and we are say we are going to vote a certain way, but when you come time to vote, you vote otherwise, do you think that person should be disciplined? I'm talking about the gentleman in the UNC, Rai Ragbe is his name?
Yeah, well, I think if we agree beforehand on a measure or a vote that the right thing to do is to be trustworthy. And
right.
if you disagree up front, you say you disagree.
Correct. So let's quickly listen to what the Chief Whip at the
TV6 News spoke with Chief Whip David Lee on Monday to find out how the Opposition United National Congress plans to deal with the vote by Kamuto Manzanilla MP Dr. Rai Ragbe in support of the government's whistleblower legislation on Friday.
Based on our constitution, there are certain action that can be brought
against any member of parliament who has shown not to be in line with how the party lines at this point in time. So there is a process, but again, I'll be speaking out of terms until a new executive is sworn in, as I repeat, and meeting with the political leader, Mrs. Prasad Bisesa, and her new team. Then a decision will be taken or discussed and fleshed out.
Chief Whip Lee is one of the 3 successful candidates for the 3 posts of UNC Deputy Political Leader who belonged to the STAR team, which was endorsed by opposition leader Kamla Prasad Bisesa, which won the UNC's national executive elections on June 15th. The new national executive was scheduled to have been sworn in at the party's headquarters on Monday night. As for the highest level of disciplinary action Dr. Agbear could possibly face from the new UNC NATEX?
The highest level, I would not want to give an opinion on that because this can become a legal matter.
In a Facebook post on Friday, Dr. Agbear said that after having read the legislation carefully and consulting legal experts, it is his view that the whistleblower legislation will benefit the people of Trinidad and Tobago as it will be a tool to fight against corruption. Dr. Agbear was one of the candidates for the United Patriots slate who lost the recent UNC internal election. The United Patriots were led by Mayaro MP Rushton Parry, who voted along with the opposition against the whistleblower legislation. Dr. Agbear cast his vote in favor of the bill, even though the opposition's support was not required since the government removed the requirement for a 3/5 majority for that bill. In his statement on Friday, Dr. Agbear reaffirmed that he remains loyal to the members of the UNC because this legislation is in their interest, and he is confident that history will prove him right on this issue. In response to a question from TV6 News about what could be called a conscious vote by a UNC MP without lifting the whip, Chief Whip Lee spoke about how the party's parliamentary caucus determines how they will vote, especially on critical pieces of legislation.
We don't always get a consensus one way or the other, but at the end of the day, when we leave that room, we always have a consensus going into that chamber. And that has been this democratic style of the leader and also myself. We have healthy discussions and but when we go into that chamber, we go in as one. So there's no conscious vote without the whip being lifted. And we did not lift the whip.
The Chief Whip indicated the matter is not just about the vote cast by the Kamuto Manzanilla MP, along with the votes of the MPs belonging to the PNM.
It not only applies to MP Ragbira, it could happen again. So we have this new national executive. We are going into a general election. We have to be careful of what can happen even among our parliamentarians, so that we always have to have unity among ourselves.
The next general election is due in 2025. Jewel Brown, TV6 News.
Tommy, I think he in trouble, boy.
I think so too.
I think he in big trouble. Let's take this last voice note before we
go. Good night, Mr. Watch. Good night, Uncle Tommy again. Mr. Watch, I put myself in place in the election. I'm in a real bull gain out, Yeah. The PNM short Red Bull come out to election time. They said they feed me. I put myself in place. I was born. Take the bone and vote them out and burn them with fire.
KFC waiting for your bone, boy. So, folks, put your closing comments in the chat. Put your closing quote or comments in the chat. Put your closing quote in the chat. Liz says the PNM need about 6 polygraph tests for secret lie. You have to take more to see if he lying.
Lie only lie. Because the lie has no memory.
You have to take more to see if he lying on the lie.
This Gomez.
Well, yes. I tell you that. Judy says we need Gary Griffith as PM. He can fix TNT. Same dragon laws, some dragon laws to put back some sanity in Trinidad and Tobago. Lisa said they say God does give Kamala, but Raul Uni staying long, boy.
Yes.
Oh God. Kevin says, I see Ragbe in Parliament after supporting the bill, giving Marvelous Marvin thumbs up. Like he was telling him his K-Pax was properly well greased.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Oh God. Well, yes. I'm telling you,
It's too much.
it's too much, man. Too much. Liz says,
Alicia Ghani.
yeah. Nah, he like make a fresh deal with the devil. Oh God. Rasta Jack say, Rowley, if you know how bad I want to hold you to account for the misinformation, disinformation, and going to the president's house. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A PM flying all over the world cutting deals with businessmen, a set of non-disclosure deal, corruption at its finest, right in front of your eyeball, and no dog dare bark. All right, folks, we're going to go for a quick station identification. Put your closing comments in the chat. Put your closing comments in the chat or your closing quote, and we'll be right back after this short message. Stick and stay. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheet, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You know, here in this program, we originate, we don't imitate. We bring you the facts, nothing but the facts. My closing comment is, let me give you my closing quote, Tommy. Where is it? My closing quote is, here we go. Whenever you find yourself doubting if you can go on, just remember how far you have come. Remember everything you have faced, all the battles you have won, and all the fears you have overcome. Then raise your head high and forge ahead, knowing you got this. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Go ahead, Tommy.
You have been criticizing yourself for years and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens. Like I always say, you have to become the change you want to see. You the man in the mirror. However, if you look in the mirror and don't like what you see, do not blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Be safe. See you, God willing, on Sunday.
Thank you, Tommy. Let me go to the chat here real quick. Rasta Jack said Dr. Keith Rowley must go out the political wrong in this country and to put his hands up. Okay. Alicia says, my closing comment, Rowley must go back in hell where he come from. Okay. So any more closing comments? We read it. So folks, we are out of here. We see you on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics with Uncle Tommy and Professor Walsheet. Thank all of you for joining us. See you. Bye-bye.
This is oh Lord, Trinidad and Tobago. This is DJ Bravo.
I'm hurting, you know. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me, nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up against parliament economy. But let the moderators in another body in a drain. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. And next road stain with somebody's sunburn. Who take the F out of Port of Spain? This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. Now with the love, with the vibes, with the hope. Now tell me something, how we really want we cope. When the children breathing in too much gun smoke. And the Coast Guard can never see a boat. You're sounding like some goats when they come looking for votes. Sit to empty promises, reading like a horoscope. Justice for sale in a fat envelope. Politically, all the answers is a joke. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me, nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up against parliament economy. But look the moderators in another body in a drain. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. And next road stain with somebody's sunburn. Who take the S out of Port of Spain? This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. It doesn't matter the religion, the color, the creed, or the race. It's our responsibility to take care of our place. Champion.